Hello everyone, what is going on? It's BradPhusion here and welcome back to more Space and it is Eternal Darkness Survival. Now before I get into this episode, I want to say that I have tweaked a few things based on the feedback from the previous episode, such as the light on my ship, and I'll show you guys that right about now. So in last episode I had the lights turned up quite high in both their radius and their intensity, and you guys said that was a little bit too high. It didn't really feel like an Eternal Darkness, and it felt a little weird, and I'm not going to lie, I actually don't know why I turned them up that high. I think I was doing that for testing reasons, but I really do appreciate the feedback I got from that. So, in regards to that, I have now turned down the lights just a little bit more to make them still effective, but not as bright as they were before. So each of these lights now have an intensity value of 1, which is default by most lights, and I have now turned down the outer ones to be slightly less radius than the one on the front. So the one on the front, whilst I can see quite far with it, I can't see obviously right to the end of the asteroid, and if I turn it off there, you can just see how effective the side lights are. They're not that effective until we actually get close to the rocks themselves. I'll show you guys the settings. I have them right on now. So the outer lights have a radius of 20 meters and the intensity of 1. Now the front light here has a radius of 40, yet again another intensity value of 1, which makes flying around a little bit harder but a little bit more realistic. And if I turn the front light on now, you guys can see exactly what I see. So whilst this does make it a little bit brighter, it's not too bright overall. I mean, hell, I could probably just use the frontal light and that would work rather well. I would just use the outer lights like this for some precise maneuvering. One thing I will point out whilst I was messing around with the light values is that I really like having the parking lights on when I'm inside the cockpit here. If I turn up my front light, you can see that it gives that really nice red glow, and I just think that looks really cool. But anyways, I'm going to go back to what I was going to do and what I was going to show you guys, and that is over back towards my base again. And there is another military transporter out there, which we're not really going to worry about. So, back at base yet again, I'm going to be today working on the platform down here, including the elevator that will eventually take us upstairs. Now, as far as I know, the pistons can reach 10 meters, and each of these blocks are about 2 meters long. So to get to the top, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be about 5. So yeah, I guess having a piston just about here-ish with the platform on top should get it up to the right height. If not, I can just rebuild it. But regardless of that, that should allow us to then take an elevator up and down from down here. And we can even use some of the resources from this ship out here to actually build a lot of this. So anyways, let me get to building right now. So I'm going to firstly clear off my toolbar here and put down some heavy armor blocks. Now I'm going to mostly be building a lot of this out of heavy armor and light armor, so I'm going to need a little bit of both of them. And then of course we're going to need the piston and the blast door blocks here, like so. Now the one thing I don't like, and I believe there's a mod for it, I just haven't downloaded it, to stick it's like a T section for a blast door. It sits right on top of the piston instead of having to use a normal block like I'm going to have to do today. I might eventually download that mod and put that in just for that one feature. But other than that, we should be okay. And I think that is all we need right now. So let's get placing. So I know all this here is light armor, and the only place a ship would probably go would be out here. So as long as all this is heavy armor, and I think all this over here is light armor, so that is perfect for us right now, because we don't want to waste too much resources on heavy armor where it's not actually needed. And that lines up with the platform, so we can maybe have an elevator over here, maybe. Can we go over here too much? I wonder if we can. We can go here, but not here, here, but not there, and there. And maybe there as well. Okay, so we can go over here quite a bit. Oh, maybe that would be the best place for an elevator, and then have the platform just right there. But then again, actually, thinking about how high the piston will have to go, we might actually have to elevate it slightly, so we might have stairs going upwards. Let me put this here as well, just to kind of fill in that little gap there. Okay, so piston. Where would you go? So if I had you facing, like, right here, going up would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so it would have to be sticking out 1 above the ground, which means the platform would be up 2 times, meaning I'd need a staircase of 2 to get up there. So yeah, we will put a staircase down, much like a... We'll use the ramp. I always like the ramps a little bit more. So we'll be having the piston, I'd say about here-ish. Here would be the piston. So let me quickly grind this down. And we'll put the piston in like so. There we go. So that should be the right height for the piston. That should get it right up to the top, which would be perfect. Now, like I said, we're going to have the blast pieces on that. So we're going to have the staircase right about here. Oh, wait, hang on. No, we can't have it here. We have to have it one higher. My mistake. Do we... Oh, we need more steel plates. That is perfectly fine because we can grab some of them right now. So hopefully you guys don't mind the changes to the lights. A lot of you guys sort of gave it a really interesting effect, and I'm not going to lie, that actually did look pretty cool for the most part. We're going to grab 500 of these, just so we can make sure we can build everything we need to. But, yeah, so one of these actually, I've never made these before, and they just use steel plates. Okay, perfect. So we're going to use a light armor block here, and we're going to have our steel plates, oh sorry, our blast doors go around it like so. And then this should allow us to go up and down with ease using our elevator. Now, transporting resources might not be too easy, but then again, we can have a conveyor system going all the way down there if we need one. Let's rotate this the right way. There we go. I should say I have started watching another TV show lately, simply because obviously Game of Thrones is on a break. I decided to see what everyone's hype was with Breaking Bad, so I have started watching the first few episodes. Anyway, there's done, so that now gives us a chance to put down our extra little blocks here, like so. And then up here. Now this will be obviously where it all lines up nice and neatly. Now we do need a ramp going up to that, so the ramp might be just over here slightly. And we can, yet again, go with the light armor up to about here-ish. I feel we obviously still need to go in that, so I'm not going to cover up all sides. But that will then allow us to go up nice and easily. So put this here as well. And I think if we go out one more, then we have a ramp going down, because obviously we're going to need to avoid this wall somehow, or even dig it out maybe. Just so we have that nice little, what is, a cove-like area maybe? But that should be okay for the most part. I don't want to make it too unsymmetrical as that as it sounds, but then again that isn't really the most important factor I should be concerning myself with. How about, let's have a look at this. You require interior plates, and it's one thing I forgot to take with me. Interior plates, come hither please. Where are you now? Do we have some? We still have some. Great. This is the 2 main basic blocks you should be carrying with you if you're designing things. It's a lot easier to carry interior plates and steel plates on you. So if I put this here, and then, I don't think I'd have enough space. Hang on. We have enough space to bring it out 1 or 2, and then I was going to say we'd have a ramp go down the other way, like this here. Now the interaction with the rock is the one thing that's troubling me, but regardless of that, that does allow us to go up and easily onto the platform, and then back down again. I kind of like that. I do maybe want to drill out this a little bit more here, but I actually like how that is being laid out right now. It's kind of neat. I like it. So we'll put this here for now. And then we'll start going with the heavy armor outside here, just to make sure everything is okie dokie. So yeah, just going to start welding a little bit of this here, just to see how that actually looks. There's a little bit of ore down there as well, so I've noticed. That shouldn't be too big of a deal though. We can eventually go get them later on. So we have plenty of plates, I think, to weld, well, to weld some of these anyways. We don't need to weld all of them. And actually, let me grind this down here. Oh, crap. I was going to say, let me grind this down here so I can then weld the pieces underneath without forgetting about them. There they are. And you here as well. Nice. And we can get those ones on that side. So, yet again, put you down here. And we're going to start welding. Now, I might be using these sensors, actually. We need a lot more interior plates, I think, for that. Yeah. I'm going to be maybe using a sensor block, so the second I get on the ramp will then activate and take me up, as same as going down. I think that'd be kind of a nice little thing to do. But we'll see. We'll see how that works out. I mean, because like I said, that I think would look really, really cool, though it might be a little bit costly, which is a downside, of course. But then again, I haven't really seen what it costs to actually build a sensor in this yet. In survival mode anyways. Did I forget a block completely? I must have, but no biggie, because that allows us to go through here and just spoil what we've missed. Like you, and like you. Okay. And here as well. So yeah, this doesn't look too bad. I kind of like it. With a little bit more lights, I think it'll look a lot better than what it's doing right now. And we need a lot more steel plates. Maybe we should start getting on creating some, because I don't think we have too many left. We're in about 3,500, which, if I'm correct, isn't too much. We do have, however, 4k iron there, and that's actually all the iron we have. So we might need to do a little bit more iron mining just to get the resources we need, but we can still build ourselves quite a few steel plates. That requirement is easily met, so we can make 1,000 more than what we have, which I think should be okay. Again, there shouldn't be too big of a problem making all of this. The only thing I think we might be out of would be interior plates, in terms of creating them, but then again, shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm going to world this, and I'm going to see you guys in a second. Okay, so for the most part, the actual elevator is now done. I'm going to leave it open up on this side so we can see everything when we go up and down. But I realized that there was a slight problem with me actually using a sensor. Now, I might eventually add it later on. However, I feel that there would be a problem that if I have a sensor, say, down the bottom here, that when I get near the sensor, it will activate the elevator to go upwards. That means that whenever I would use the elevator to go downwards, it would then send it back up again the second I got low enough. So with me not really figuring that out just yet, I mean, I can work around that. I've decided to just simply build a little panel here, a button panel, just for the time being anyways, just so we can test out and see how this thing actually works. Maybe eventually we'll tweak some things other ways. So now that we have this thing done here, let me see if we can now add our piston to our little button here. And we will then go with a reverse, I think. Yeah, we'll go with reverse. That way our thing can then go up and down. So accessing this here, we want to make sure we can actually change the settings of it. We want its speed to be, say, we'll go a little bit quick, and hopefully it'll line up just right. So up on the platform we get, we've unequipped it ourselves, and let's push the button to ride the elevator upwards to our main part of our station. I did move the Firefly, so it would have a little bit better lighting as well, and please stop here. Indeed it does, and there we go. We now have an elevator that takes us up to our base, and obviously downwards if I was to build another button here to then take it downwards. Even so, actually, I don't know why I didn't think about doing that. I can actually just build a button on the elevator itself. That way I can just control it to go up and down whenever I want without having to worry about too much. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind. I might eventually do that anyways. But that then allows us to go up, which I think is really, really cool. Now, just quickly send it back down again, just for the testing reasons. I'm just going to quickly go down here and go with reverse. So now we can then go down. Oops, the gravity is a little bit too light, I feel, for that. But nonetheless, it does work. And it does work rather nicely. I like it. Very simple. And yeah, like I said, we could even have the button on here because I feel we'd have enough room anyways to go up and down. We can even make that a little bit faster, I feel, but having it go down faster might not work out all too well. But that is done. I think that is really, really cool, actually. I like it. It's kind of simple looking, I'm not going to lie, but in time we can eventually make this base look something fantastic. Now, that commercial freighter actually intrigues me because I'm not too sure what the commercial freighter actually is. I don't think it's what we've just acquired. I don't think this here is a commercial freighter, though I will just quickly double check it here, just to make sure. Yes, I know it's critical. I know this is a business shipment, not a commercial freighter, so I'm actually interested in maybe just going after, just to quickly see what ship that actually is. I know it will probably kill me, but I will drop off all my resources here. And then go out and just scout it out, just to see exactly what it is. I'm not going to take the Firefly with me because I don't want to risk ruining it just early on. I've only just managed to get it up and running again. We will need to do a little bit more gold mining because I'm a gold digger, but no, I'm not a gold digger. I need to do a bit of gold mining because we don't have enough to make any computer chips, which I feel is starting to get into sensors and all that other type of components or resources or building blocks. I feel I need a lot more computers, and I was kind of running out when I was making them before. So anyways, we're going to drift out towards our commercial freighter, just have a look at it and see what ship it actually is. There we are, full speed, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so we have around 30 seconds left until we get close enough to it. Now, I'm not too sure whether to just go straight in head first and maybe try to see it or try to line ourselves up with it. I kind of not really too interested in gathering it. I mean, maybe I am, but I know I can't really do too much. I can't really stop to double check. So we might as well just fly head on and have a look at what this ship actually is right from the start. It might only have any guns on it. I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will have a turret. Yeah, indeed it does. It has turrets, it has guns. It has guns, it is shooting me, it has guns. Can I at least see what ship it is? Oh, I actually damaged it with my body. Interesting. And it's still shooting me like crazy. Oddly enough, it looked near similar or near identical to the ship I have here. I think it might be the double one. As with this one has, you know, one body out the back here. The other one is two connected together, which I think is what that one actually is. Anyways, we're not going to worry about getting that one because that would be kind of pointless. Instead, we're going to start taking apart the ship here and then taking all the pieces back up to salvage them. So we don't really need access to the ship to do that. We just need to take it apart bit by bit without destroying too much or letting too many pieces actually wander off. And that way we actually have access to a second assembler as well as another refinery, which I think we very well need to get everything done a little bit quicker on our little station of ours. Oddly enough, a lot of you guys didn't think I was actually inside of a cave, which was kind of interesting because I'm pretty sure I scouted out the asteroid and had decided that I was going to settle upon being inside the asteroid, but regardless, it is kind of cool that it was that dark. You couldn't actually tell where exactly it was. Anyways, mining this down, we shall take quite a bit home with us today. Hopefully we won't lose too much. We are almost outside of the gravity range, not too much. We might actually turn the gravity off outside here, just to make sure that we don't lose too many resources from gathering them like I'm doing right now. Like that, actually. That wasn't meant to be an example, Brad. That was... well, there you have an example of what I was just talking about. I saw the number, but it kind of just clicked over a little bit too quickly, I should say. Would be nice if I was going to say, made the ship a few drill pieces. That way I could utilize it quite effectively. Though, actually, speaking of effectiveness, I'm going to put my drill away in here because I don't really need it on me. Yeah, too bad the Firefly... well, actually, no, I can use the Firefly for containment. More so than anything else, so I'm just going to take the Firefly out here with me. and then I will give the Firefly the resources I gather, and that should be effective enough for me. I really do like the name Firefly just because I really do like the TV show. If you haven't seen the TV show but you do like Space Engineers, I do recommend watching it. It might not be for everyone, but it is a really nice TV show nonetheless. It has a lot of story. I just hate how they ended it. The ending felt really abrupt, even though they did make a movie called Serenity to kind of justify that. I don't know. It just left so many things unanswered, and I don't really like that. And that was another mess up on my part, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal, I don't think. I've got all the pieces here, nicely welded, or grinded, sorry. But yeah, no, I felt it left too many things unanswered, and I didn't really like that too much, but regardless of that, oh, that thing fills you up like crazy. I hate it when it does that. Anyways, dump all our resources in here. We do have quite a fair amount of space, not too much, but enough to take apart quite a bit of this ship here. And there we go, that's that done, and up here we get all these pieces up here. But yeah, no, if you haven't seen the show, I really do recommend it, and that access is denied anyways. Don't think there'd be anything inside of there. There might be. Hey, I took out your computer chip. Oh wait, I didn't take it. Did I take out all of them? I swear I did. Oh, there we go. It has nothing in it. Okay, oh well. There might be, it doesn't have a refinery, so I don't think I need to really worry about that. And taking apart the rest of it. There we go. Very nice. Making quick work of the ship, actually. Oh, hang on. Oh, those don't matter anyways. We already have plenty of you. Goodbye, little drill. No. I need to get mining. Don't need to worry about anything else just yet. Oh, another one of you. Really. Hang on, was that actually in the corner piece? Because I'd never noticed that could actually be in there. Huh. Anyways. Like I didn't realize pieces could get stuck in transit, if that's what actually happened. That or I just grinded apart something I wasn't actually paying any attention to. But we are getting quite a lot of valuable resources from this as well. I didn't realize how low my resources actually were until I started building everything. I was just building like the elevator and whatnot. Okay. You're empty as well. Yes, all the containers I believe are empty and have been looted, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. And holy crap, grinding down doors are extremely quick now. I thought there was always something that was really slow. Oh well. Let's grind all along here because we need to get all these resources. These have glass as well, bulletproof glass, which is kind of annoying to make, I think. But that just might be me. Oh, that's that done. We still have a little bit of space, but not too much. We'll just quickly fill up this container here. And then we can transfer all of it via the connector system. Yay! I kind of really want to test that on a large scale because I haven't really done that. It doesn't automatically transfer, which is kind of sad. You can get it to drop resources, which will then drop them into a collector. However, I kind of wish that it would drop it into another connector. Just, you know, they kind of transfer resources like that automatically. Though it doesn't seem to want to do that, and that kind of sucks. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe there's something I'm missing out on. But the throw out and collect all just kind of deposits it like like a connector would, I guess. It doesn't actually transfer resources, which I wish if it was locked in it would do that. But oh well, enough rambling. I think I'm going to fast forward me taking apart most of the ship here. I'll see you guys in a second. So I've just noticed a private sale pop up, and I realized I haven't actually caught one of those for a while, and I actually believe that they are now armed, which is quite weird because they were actually one of the weakest ships because they were actually unprotected for the most part. But now they actually, I think they have interior turrets on them, maybe one or two. I'm not too sure, but it has struck my curiosity, so I will be taking off after it and then finishing off the ship, which for the most part I think is mostly being deconstructed. There's not too much left on it, other than the solar sails and the front piece. So, going after the private sale just for a short while. The one thing I do hate about these ships out here is that the antenna overlays the actual name of the ship, which is rather annoying to say the least. That is also rather annoying to say the least, but that commercial freighter is still out there, and I don't know why it hasn't disappeared yet. I think that's because I collided with it. I don't know how much damage I've done to it when I collided with it. Obviously it still has power because its name is still showing up, but it seems to be, for the most part, just kind of stationary or just kind of drifting there, which is a little weird. Now I know it will shoot me when I actually go up to it, but I want to actually see what is wrong with the ship and why it's actually just kind of idling here. I think it might be because my body, when I collided into it during my first death there, well actually no, I died and then collided with it. But I believe that caused the ship to kind of just hang around, which would be kind of problematic because eventually I'm going to get it. Well, no, okay. Oh, that's kind of typical. It waits until I go out and seize it, and then it disappears. But nonetheless, we can now head back, and I'm not gonna lie, space is rather beautiful, and out here, it just looks so pretty. It's empty, and you guys probably can't see too much, but all I see is just stars, and those stars are beautiful, and it looks really nice seeing it out here like this. It's kind of a shame that I'm building myself surrounded by light, and wow, you can see from that far away. That's actually really, really cool. I like that. I like how you can see my little impact on the asteroid all the way from here. But anyways, let's slow down and not collide with the rock. And then I think that we'll have to do it for today's episode. I have got a little bit left grinding here to go, but other than that, we should be okay. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome, everyone.